Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides, and tunes of Forza Horizon. And we're having a look at the Backstage Pass and the shop today. For summer season, I asked you, what do you want? The Aston Martin Superleggera or the Pista from Ferrari? And you said the Superleggera. So, okay, even though it's a really good car, it is actually a winter 80% seasonal reward. So I thought, okay, right. I'll put this out to you guys, and you said you want the Aston Martin. So, okay, I went in with about an hour or so to spare, and I cast for vote. I voted for the Aston Martin. So I cast a vote, and 34% of players agreed. So the Pista is in the Backstage Pass now. So what replaced it? We've got the Hummer, open top, and the Mosler. Okay, the Hummer, I'm indifferent about. And the Mosler I absolutely love, but the problem is these are two really easy to find cars. The Mosler comes out of wheel spins left, right and centre and is normally kicking around auction for about 300,000. And the Hummer open top seems to have loads on the auction for a few pennies shy of $1 million most of the time. So they're not really what I'd call hard to find cars. So let's go and have a look and see what's actually available, shall we? I'll start off with the Hummer. Hummer open top, do a search. Yeah, million, 1.3 million, 1.1 million. So yeah, there's quite a few of them around, and yeah, they're about 1 million credits or just over, right? And that's for buyouts. I've seen a few of these today go for about 400,000. So they're not really that expensive overall. And then there's the Mosler. I love this car. I use it every single week for PR stunts, and I promote it out to you guys a lot because it's easy to get and it's cheap. Look at it. 282, 331, 225, 282, 225. And these are the buyouts. I've sold some of these cars myself. I've bought a few up, tuned them up, put them up on auction, and I've sold them for like 100,000. And so, yeah, it's not really ideal. The shop, right. Racer Tachyon Speed, 600 Forza points. Excellent. Roussillon Q1 for 350. Macarena emote. Cash register horn and the obligatory wheel spins. So, yeah, Tachyon Speed. This was in less than a month ago. So, last winter this came in. And this car is absolutely crazy stuff. I ended up selling a couple of these about 24 hours ago for 20 million. I literally put them on for like 150,000 start price and just let people bid up on them. And boom, straight away they went. Now it's in the shop, so definitely pick this up. 600 Forza points. If you haven't got it, it's an easy way to get it. If you have got it, they are still selling for about 14 million on the auction, so definitely a pretty decent investment. But let's have a check now and see what these are going for now, because I did check. And let's have a look first off at the Racer. Let's have a look at the Roussillon first. And 344, 463, 344. Not really a good car if you're looking to invest. It's not a bad car in itself, but there's quite a lot around because it was in the Super 7 a few weeks ago. But let's have a look at this Racer. The Tachyon Speed. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going for. I suspect 20 million buyout. What do we got? Yeah, 20 million, 20 million, 20 million. Scroll down. Let's see what we've got. Since I recorded this footage earlier, the prices have dropped a little bit. And there's a lot of them are going for about 14 million on bids for this 10 or 11 million on the start price, because they will still sell for that. They really will. And I did drop one up there myself just to see what would happen. Again, low bids on it, low start, and a 20 million buyout to avoid the bots. And it actually ended up going for about 12 million. So, yeah, that's roughly what we're looking at. It's a good car if you haven't got it. Even if you are looking at flipping it, it's still worth getting to flip it, because you're looking at about 12 million to 14 million, something like that, on this car. So that's all right. But what I want to know is, what shall I vote for next week? the Mosler or the Hummer, the most common car in the game, or the slightly less common car? Let's see. Mosler, good for PR stunts. Virtually everybody's got it. Comes out of wheel spins left, right and centre and cheap as anything on the auction house. The Hummer. Limited use, in my opinion, but I'm not really a big fan of Hummers, to be fair. I've used it in a couple of photos, that's about it. So I'm not really a big fan of it, but it's definitely a lot rarer. Personally, my view is neither of these cars probably deserve a Backstage pass slot. I really do think there's a lot of good cars that could be up for this that are not. And having a Mosler and a Hummer, it's pretty much asking you to choose which is like the least worst out of it, you know. I don't genuinely believe either of them deserve a slot, but I am going to vote for one of them, and I'm asking out now, which one do you want to see? Do you want to see the Mosler? Do you want to see the Hummer? If you want to see the Mosler, vote for that, and I'll go with a winning vote next week. If you want to see the Hummer, vote for that, and I'll go with whatever winning vote will go next week. I did check before starting to record the audio, and the Hummer is actually winning, but it's sort of like, yeah, I wouldn't spend any of my Backstage passes on either of them, to be fair, but that's what we got this week. A bit of a disappointing Backstage area, but a really good shop. And the shop really is just good because you've got the Tachyon Racer in there. It hasn't been in the game 3 weeks. It was a 50% reward car, and it's just, yeah, it's just amazing. Just get it. If you don't have it, get it. If you do have it, get it. You can flip it and make a few million on it. So that's that, guys. That's the shop. I'm not doing a Super 7 this week. The reason for that is that I went into Super 7, and all it's giving you this week is a wheel spin. That is it. It's no decent prize. There's nothing sort of aspirational in there. There's nothing sort of makes it really worth doing. And I did have a run through it just to see what had happened in case it was an error on the screen, but it's not. I ran through, did 7 cards, and all I got was a wheel spin. So it's a bit crappy this week, but certainly the shop makes up for that. So yeah, I like it. What do you think? Is the shop decent? What's your opinion on the Backstage pass? I'm disappointed in it, but I'll be interested to know what you guys think. Leave me a comment, and until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.